All right, guys, this is not live. The show is over, and Behrooz won. But let's go take a look. Let's take a look, guys, at the way it all went down. Should have stayed on camera the whole time. So it was a pose down. The awards. Behrooz Tabani is your new Dubai Pro champion. Let's take a look at the awards. I'm just coming back to this. So here were the awards. Let's go look at the final comparison and then the awards. This is from Aretha Lab. Yep. All right, so this was the confirmation round. We had all the top guys there and some guys who were not in the top. That was the battle for. All right, so immediately after this, we just want to look at the top three guys in the awards, and then we'll go back and start analyzing. All right, so the final call out was your top three: Tony Burton, William Bonac, Behrooz Tabani. Really no surprise if you were watching the judging a couple hours ago. These guys were your front runners. Mo Foda was getting a really good look. I thought he was going to push for possibly the win, possibly. Clearly, I was way off on that. Going into the show, I thought Nathan DeAsher was going to have a good chance to win. Did not make top three. So here was your final comparison with the top three: Tonio, William, and Behrooz. Behrooz's legs, like I said, they were a little downsized from what they were before. He's never had the biggest quads, and he's still been doing very, very well as a pro. But he brought that condition. He brought a lot of thickness and fullness in the upper body. Really gnarly condition to, I think, put him over the top. Tonio's these three all have really good backs. But structurally, Behrooz has the best structure out of these three guys. And we've seen structure. We saw Regan Grimes win the Toronto Pro. Was it that he won? No, not the Toronto Pro. The Legion. No, that was Tonio. The Cali Pro. He beat Sasan Hirati basically on structure. So structure goes a long way, but that's not to say that that's the only reason Behrooz Tabani won this competition. Clearly he has an amazing package, a great total package. Who was second? I just saw the results. They just so it was Behrooz first, Bonac second, Tonio third, Nathan fourth. Let me put that up in a banner for you guys. I don't know who got fifth. So it was. We're looking at the final confirmation round here, though, guys. Behrooz was first. Second was William Bonac. I don't know how you guys saw the show. I mean, it was not a clear-cut win. I mean, I don't think this was like a dominant win for Behrooz. I wonder if he got a perfect score. Tonio and Nathan. Tonio Burton was third. Fourth was Nathan DeAsher. Okay. All right, so there was your top four. I'm not sure who got fifth. I haven't watched it yet. Ashraf, what place? They're only going to show us who got fifth, and he was not in that first call out. So Ashraf, most likely not there. Don't know if there's going to be any score sheets yet. Yeah, the scores are not out yet. It's probably going to be a couple hours before we see any score sheets. But this was there you go. Behrooz in the middle. Another great win and $140,000 for Behrooz Tabani, who will most likely never get to set foot in the United States unless the political climate and our leaders and immigration, all those things change. I don't see Behrooz getting into the USA. So this was his Mr. Olympia contest, basically. And even though it was not a a sure thing like we all thought it was going to be. His legs were definitely down. He walked away with the win. So it was Behrooz Tabani, William Bonac, Antonio Burton, Nathan was in fourth. I don't know why people keep underestimating Bonac. I don't know either, Goku. I think it's because he's just quiet on social media. He doesn't post a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I've underestimated him too. Tony looks so much better than Behrooz. You're not the only person who felt that way, Royan. A lot of people were watching the judging a couple hours ago, and they thought Tonio had a very legit chance of winning this. We'll look at 212 and Classic as well once we're done looking at Open. But this is my first glance. I was away for took a little break there. So this is my first look at the final confirmation round. It's a double there. So it's Tabani in the middle. But they had everybody in the middle. Steve Weinberger, like I said, he likes to shuffle everybody around. He gives everybody a chance to stand in the middle. It's really not so much a chance. It's he's trying to wear them down. He's trying to see who really, really wants it. Behrooz has no legs in the front. How did he win? I don't know. I wouldn't say he had no legs, but his legs were not great. So they went directly from that to the pose down. There you see Mo Foda. So we'll see in the awards who got fifth, because I don't know who got fifth place. Someone just posted really quick the top 4 results. Actually, it was Giles on our group chat. And let me see if the Dubai Pro has it up on there. Well, they have no, it's somebody else. Michael DeBoule won the Classic and 70,000. I figured that much. So they haven't put up the results of the winner yet on their page. You got Michael DeBoule, who won $70,000 though. Not a bad payday for a Classic Physique competitor, huh? It's exactly half of what the Open guy won. So that was the pose down. Wasn't even hitting the side chest properly. Yeah, but he won. I'm not going to say the fix was in, because it was in Dubai. He's actually Iranian. So it's not like there was any real hometown advantage. It's his part of the world. But Behrooz Tabani is a fierce competitor. He looks amazing. He brings some of the best conditioning we've ever seen to the stage. So a very, very rightful win. You could argue, I mean, it was close. I think Bonac looked really good today. Obviously, Tonio looked good. I thought even Foda. I'm surprised Foda wasn't in the top 4. 22-year-old Luca got second place in Classic. Yeah, we'll go to the other divisions. I want to focus on Open first and then make my way back, because I am coming to this not live, because they just kept going. After I stopped about an hour and a half ago, they kept going. 2 hours ago, I stopped. They went directly from judging into finals, because this didn't even start until 5 o'clock at night for them. So, excuse Zilla. Who won? Take a look. Behrooz Tabani won. Yeah, I should have made the name of the video Behrooz wins Dubai instead of watch party, because it's too late to the watch party. But clearly I was in a rush. Maybe I should change the name. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Yeah, I can do that. If I can come up with another screen, another YouTube screen. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to change the name of the video right now as we speak. Behrooz Tabani. Yeah, I'm changing this because I'll change it after these awards. We'll look at some posing. So I'm just curious to see who got fifth place. Okay. Is that Foda? Oh, that was just somebody walking. Yeah, I don't even know who got fifth place yet. I'm going to find out right now with you guys. I don't want to miss fifth place. Oh, yeah, it was Mo Foda, 5th place. Okay. I figured that. Studio chat. Oh boy. Okay. Dubai Pro. Yep, so I need to fix that. I'm just changing the title of the video, guys. Because Behrooz won. Behrooz Tabani wins Dubai Pro. Yep, change the title. And I'll change the description. Join me as we recap .212 and Classic Physique at the Dubai Pro. Sorry if I'm rushing, guys. I couldn't really stay on the whole time. It was 3.5 hours. I needed a break. I'm slipping. Okay, so that's there. All right, now we're back. And banners. So we change that to reflect that Mo Foda won 5th place. We'll look at some of the routines too. Foda. Okay. All right, there we go, guys. Yeah. All right, now we're on track. Now we're up to date. So Behrooz wins, Bonac 2nd. So Nexzilla, Rubiel did not make top 5. Neither did Ali Edward. I figured he wouldn't, but so I'm guessing Rubiel was probably 6th because that was the first call out was 6 guys, and the only one missing from the top 5 award presentation was Rubiel, Mosquera, Nexzilla. Yeah, it was Tonio 3rd. So it was Behrooz. Yeah, I got to go back to the banner. Behrooz Tabani, William Bonac, 2nd. 3rd place, Tonio Burton. 4th place, Nathan DeAsha. I'm sure he's not too happy about that. And 5th place, Mohamed Foda. Great job, Mohamed. So Behrooz, good job. I mean, this was not an easy win. He certainly had to work hard for this one. 2nd, Antonio. Mr. Bikini Girls. What? No, you don't. I'd have him 1st or 2nd. Antonio. Yeah, Bonac is really good, but he's missing a waistline now. Yeah, Bonac. I'm sorry. Behrooz having a little victory dance there. Yeah, you got to feel especially happy for Behrooz in light of everything that's happening over there in Iran right now. They're at war with Israel. The U.S. is bombing them. A bunch of guys who were supposed to be here today in Dubai competing in the pro show did not make it. Look at some routines. They didn't make it over. They got shut out. Oh, is that? I think we're about to see his routine there. This is Behrouz's routine. I'm going to back up a little bit. I don't want to miss Behrouz's routine. He's a winner. So let's watch his whole routine. I know Giles has been a little critical of his posing. Here's Behrooz Tabani, your winner. This is the winning posing routine. Let's take a look at that. Motorcycle stance. He gets away with it. He looks good. It's fine. Double bicep. Great shot. Even though the legs are down. How did he win with those legs like that? The total package was good enough, I guess. The only guy up there with freakishly huge legs was Rubiel, and he didn't even make top 5. I do agree, though. I'd like to see more fullness and sweep to Behrouz's legs. He's not going to ever be in the top 5 or 6 Olympia. Even if he gets the Olympia, not with those legs. It's just not going to happen. The Olympia is the cream of the crop, the elite of the elite. And if you have one glaring weak point someone can point to, that's it. You're probably going to be relegated to bottom of the top 10 or lower. It's ruthless at the Olympia. It's the toughest competition in bodybuilding. I said before, I like that pose that he hits, that rear double bicep variation with one arm up, and it's very artistic looking. Yeah, condition impeccable. Behrooz brings it every time, man. To me, he's like a neck on top of legs. Is this neck Zilla you're talking about? At him 2 or 3. It's Tabani, Ron. What did I say? Did I spell his name wrong or something? Tabani. Oh, were you just telling me who the winner was? No, I knew he won. Tony looked the best. Bonik is good. He's missing a waistline. He's looking like on top of legs. Results are out on IFBB Pro. Okay. We'll go to that. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. The results are out. Okay. Let's go to the results. Okay. So we have Behrooz in first. Judging 3, finals 4, total 7. So he beat Bonik. Bonik was in second all along. He was closer to him in the finals, it looks like. Yeah, he got another first place vote in the finals, William. So William was only behind a few points. Third place, Tonio, 16 points. That was a very solid third place in the judges' minds. Nathan Dasha in fourth. Fifth was Mo Foda. Rubio was sixth. Was he always sixth? Yeah, he was always ahead of Ali Edward. Cargbo was in seventh. That makes sense. Then it was Adolf Berghardt, Dennis Friedrich, Ashran Hassasnin, Ismail Radwan, Syed Hassan, and Musabi Najad, Ibrahim Sobi, Syed Al Rafi. So, yeah, there's your scorecard. It's on ifbbpro.com if you want to check that out. I'm going to go back to some more routines. All we saw was Nathan. Who was this? It's not photo, is it? Am I way back? Whose routine was this? Yeah, I think I skipped past a whole bunch of routines. That's Ali Edward Cargbo. Nathan, let's look at Nathan's routine. Yeah, I had high hopes for Nathan in this show. I really hope Nathan was going to pull it off. Just an underdog thing. Behrooz is such a heavy. It's hard to root for the guy, even though Iran is going through all kinds of crap right now. It's hard to root for the guy who's the clear favorite, the heavy favorite, where the odds are heavily in his favor and nobody's expecting anybody else to win. See him here. Yeah, I put the scores up. So there's Nathan. I thought Nathan brought a good package. Was he a little bit flat, a little bit downsized? I think he did give up some of that for condition. It's a gamble that you take as a pro. Obviously, ideally, you'd want to be as big as possible and in the best condition possible, but most of the time you have to give up a little bit of condition to stay fuller or give up a little bit of fullness to get into that crazy condition. So I think what we saw with Nathan here is he went for the conditioning, lost a little bit of fullness. Correct placings. I could have seen this thing going so many different ways. I don't think it was a clear-cut win for Behrooz. I thought Tonio looked really good. Bonik always looks good. Nathan, I'm a fan of Nathan's physique too. I guess I would just I give it to Bonik, but I'm sorry, I give it to Behrooz, but it wasn't an astonishing, overwhelming victory. Here's Mo Foda, our fifth place finisher, coming up on screen now. His posing routine. Much better quads than Behrooz. Behrooz has a little more thickness and density in the upper body. And even though most condition is very good, Behrooz takes conditioning to a whole other level. 5'10" result. Yeah, I had that. Maybe I'll put a banner with that. later. It's hard to do. I can only do one thing at a time, guys. I'm not the best at multitasking. Yeah, Behrooz winner. Absolutely. Not deserved. Not deserved. Well, no, the YT title. Fortunately, we'll never make it to States with the current situation. I agree. This guy says not deserved. He says looks great. A well-deserved women. No one would make it top four. Oh no, nobody that we saw. The top four in the Olympics, it's pretty much locked up. You got Nick Walker. You got Derek Sampson, Hadi, Andrew Jack, Martin Fitzwater. It's stacked up there. I mean, Bonac might make 6th or 7th, but he's not doing any better than that. It's a tough show. The Olympia is the cream of the crop. It's the best. This was that Adolf guy, I guess. So I'm gonna see who else there was. Ali Edward Carbo was in 7th place. It's a big dude. Well, look at some of your comments. We'll leave him up. Nihat won. Yeah, I want to go back and look at Nihat in a minute here. The judges got scared and placed Behrooz first in the Middle East. No, I don't think so. I don't think Dubai is not a fanatical country where there's a lot of terrorism and things like that going on. It's the most westernized part of the Middle East, I believe. That's what people have told me. So I don't think the judges were basing their decision on fear of being attacked or something like that. Coleman used to be peeled and full, no excuses. Well, Ronnie came in at times where he was not as conditioned. You could argue a couple of those later wins that Ronnie had, he was not in the best condition. He was huge. Like when he was 296, he was not in that. The condition wasn't that great. Tony looked peeled. His legs. Luka did not deserve 2nd place. Felt he deserved 1st place. Oh, here we go. There's Rubiel. All right, next Zilla on screen now. I got Tabani first, Bonac second, 23rd. Yeah, that was right. That's exactly how it went. Here's Rubiel Mosquera, neck Zilla. Biggest lower body in bodybuilding right now. The only guy that had quads like that was Rami. And Rami might make a comeback. We don't know. But as of now, we can assume Rami's retired until I know he's putting out these posts that sort of tease at a comeback. But until I see him on a stage, you know, Kai Green's been promising a comeback for 9 years, and he's been teasing us. I don't put Rami in that category. But the fact remains that Rami has not competed in a while now, and he might be all done. We'll see. But Rubiel, huge guy. I'm not a huge fan of his physique. I mean, I respect the mass, and it's not a horrible physique, but the shape and structure and the imbalance between the upper and the lower, it really gets to me. Does this shed 20 more pounds? Yeah, I think he would look better if he was just. I don't know if he needs 20 more pounds, but even if we would go somewhere in the 5 to 10 pound range, he would have been a lot sharper than this. You can see he's close. He's close to the condition you need to be in, but he's not all the way there. Didn't go down as low as he's just doing what his coach told him to do. Okay, who's this? I'm probably not going to go past this. I don't know who that was. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss any of the top guys. Was this Behrooz again? Yeah, it's Behrooz. We saw Behrooz. Bonac. Let's take a look at Bonac. I mean, he was a runner-up. Yeah, Bonac, I don't know why I don't always expect him to win or place. I knew he was going to place highly. It wasn't a matter of me thinking, oh, Bonac sucks. He's not going to be top 5. No, I know he's always going to be up in the highest placings. And he does have an amazing physique. Come on, you can't really argue that. Is it as great as it was a few years ago? I would say no, not quite as good. It's still very good. His waist has gotten a little bit wider. I think we've seen a little bit of atrophy in the limbs in certain shots, just a little bit. I mean, I'm nitpicking. I'm being very critical, but that's how you have to be with these guys because they all look amazing. They're all top tier athletes. These are the best of the best. So obviously, this isn't the Olympia of the Arnold, but it's still a really good show. It had a nice lineup, and didn't have to sit through the women's divisions. Which I have nothing against the women's divisions, but it just makes the shows are so long when we have all the divisions. They go on for, to judge them takes about 8 hours. 8 hours just to get through all the athletes. That's a long time. And then you got to do the finals for everybody. But Bonac looking really good here. The Conqueror is still in the game. He's 42 years old, still beating a lot of the young bucks, still staying up top. Will this be his final year? I don't know, because he's hit a lot of shows this year. I don't know if he's hitting so many shows because he plans on retiring at the Olympia. I wouldn't be surprised, I should say, if at the Olympia, regardless of how he places, I could see him going to the microphone after his posing routine. Bob Ciccarello will indulge him and say, he'll give a speech, a goodbye speech, like we saw with guys like Dennis James gave a good one. Do we see everybody? This is Foda. Let's take a look at Foda. Isn't that Foda? Yeah. This is Foda, isn't it? Yeah. Or is that? Or is that somebody else? I'm all mixed up. You go to your comments. Still needs more lats, but he didn't twerk. So the Germans. Dude, we had a lot of was gut. That was good. We had a lot of Turks in the chat earlier when Nihat was on. In 12 classic results we'll go to. I know double one. Antonio was better. How's Luca? Well, it's over. He got second. So the show's over. I slow down to his midsection. Still better legs than Behrooz, but Behrooz has a better midsection. Hot air, good Platzit. Antonio should have been second. Yeah, I could argue that. My bad for chatting German. No, dude, there's people were chatting in Turkish for quite a while. And I obviously don't speak. Yeah, that's not Foda. I don't know who that is. I don't know why I'm showing this guy. I should go to the awards for the final call-outs for Classic. This was Classic, yeah. I'll go to the Classic Awards. I know DeBoule won, Michael DeBoule. So this was your final. That was the final Classic call-out of the confirmation round. Again, I don't know the gentleman on the other, Luca. So we have Richard Nagy there. What's Luca's name? Classic. Luca Rieger. Michael DeBoule. And fourth place must be, that must be Khalid Al Nahawi from Egypt, because he was fourth place. And also from Egypt was fifth place, Ahmed Khalifa. Yeah. Scores are up on ifbbpro.com. But this was your confirmation round. Final group, final call out. This ended up being your top four. I think this kid Luca's got a bright future. Really bright future. Conditions on point. He just needs to fill out a little bit. A little bit more mass. I doubt he's at the limit for his weight. For his height, I should say, the weight limit for his height. So he's got room to grow. He's a young guy. I don't know how old. Looks to be in his early to mid-20s to me. He just got beat by a more seasoned veteran. No shame in that. I mean, until today, I'd never heard of Luca Rieger. So for him to come this far, this fast, and almost win, second place out of, I think it was 37 guys, nothing to be ashamed of. That's pretty damn good. So did they go straight to awards from there? Or did they do a big pose down? They did do a pose down. No. Oh, no, that was confirmation round. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm going to go back to the awards. No. Do we have the awards on video? I don't know. Did you get that, Aretha? This is Aretha Lab. This is her video. She was streaming live along with the pay-per-view. So those guys left the stage. She was on break. She left that. They call this a splash screen. Huh. And they went back to open comparisons. So when did the Classic guys get their awards? I don't know who that was. Is that the guy that won the amateur overall? Okay, well, there's 212 awards. Nihat won. Okay, that was 212. So the 212 results were winner was Nihat Kaya from Turkey. Second was Angel Calderon Frias from Spain. Third was Giuseppe Zagarella from Italy. And two guys named Mahmoud from United Arab Emirates. Mahmoud Negem and Mahmoud Adel were fourth and fifth. So these are Mahmouds on each side. That's Giuseppe Zagarella in the turquoise. And we'll see. I would like to back up and see the routines for those guys. But I think we need to see the Classic awards first. It's 212 awards. Taking a long time. What's taking so long, guys? Second place award goes to Angel. Angel doesn't take second in 212 very often until you get to the Olympia. Where is he? Where's Angel? I see Nihat psyched about winning. But where's Angel? Looks like he's about to cry, which I understand. Oh, there's Angel. Okay. I was hoping Angel wasn't going to walk off the stage. He was just going around hugging everybody, I guess. Yeah, that's a bad look when you walk off stage without even getting your award. Don't do that, guys, if you're ever in that position. Second place, Angel Calderon Frias. And I just want to have a good victory shot of Nihat. Yeah. Nihat Kaya from Turkey, 22 years old. What a performance today from this young man. What a bright future. I mean, already they're talking about him pushing Keon at the Olympia. You know, that might be a little premature to say. We still got Sean Clarita up there. We still got some excellent guys. Angel, just because Angel got beat today doesn't mean he's not going to be better next time. I don't think this was Angel at his 100%. He wasn't off. He wasn't looking terrible. He got beat by Nihat, though, fair and square. No issues with that. No complaints. There's nothing relaxed about the so-called front relax pose. Totally agree with that. Hadi should get here ASP for Olympia prep. Well, he's not getting out now. They're not letting anybody have Iran into the USA right now. Trust me. Bonac second is an absolute joke. He's utterly horrible. Oh, boy. Torso so short, looks deformed. Horrible. Oh, boy. You really don't like it. Luca is just 23. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I knew Luca was young. Yeah, everything's been decided. It's all over. This actually, I'm about an hour behind here. Yeah, I definitely am not live right now. I took a little break and I came back and the whole show was over. And stricken or anything, how you'll be able to come to the US? I don't know. I mean, it's not looking good. Congratulations to Nihat, though. It's not looking good. Award after the final confirmation for each category. Yep, correct. That's how they do it. Men's physique. I did not. I'm going to go right past them because I'm terrible. I don't know who won. I want to see the Classic awards. So this was, let's see the final Classic call out. This was not the first call out, guys. We'll just go straight to the awards. And then maybe I'll show Dabul's routine. There's Luca getting second. Oh, so that's Alexander Westermeyer, right? Yeah. Let me see. They kind of look alike. All you Germans look alike. Yeah. So Classic Physique, yeah, was Michael Dabul First, Luca Rieger from Germany, Richard Nagy from Hungary in third, Khaled El Nahawi from Egypt, fourth, and Ahmed Khalifa from Egypt in fifth. Two Egyptians. But great job, Michael Daboul. He'll be going to Olympia, obviously. Again, he's been as high as fifth place. So he is a top 5 Olympian, Michael Daboul. And if he can stay in the top 5, because Classic Physique gets tougher and tougher every year, even with Bumstead gone. Congratulations, Michael Daboul. And there's Luca, youngster. Bright future ahead of Luca Rieger from Germany right there. To the left of Michael on your screen. That was open, guys. Just wonder if I missed any routines. It was open routines. I would like to see Michael Daboul's winning, his routine. He did win. I'd also like to see Nihat's routine. And I'm skipping all over the place, guys. This is live. This is very live, what you're watching. They didn't let everybody pose, did they? Yeah, skipping around. Skipping all over the place. I really just want to see Daboul in Classic. Although a lot of you guys like this Luca guy, maybe I should show him too. Who's this? Is this Daboul? Was that Daboul? I keep misidentifying people. I'm going to get in trouble. No, that's not Michael Daboul. Some guys do bear passing resemblances to each other. I wonder, they couldn't have let everybody pose. There was way too many guys. Way too many guys. I just want to stop on either Luca or Michael. It's John Lee. I know him. Not sure who that is. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at Luca. So this is a 23-year-old Luca Rieger from Germany. Someone to definitely keep an eye on in the Classic Physique division. When Bumstead came on the pro scene, he was only 22 or 23. Same thing with Urs. They were both very young. A lot of young guys in Classic. It's weird because Classic started out, their first Olympia champion, Danny Hester, is my age. I think he was already 50. Was he already 50 when he won that? No, he was close, though. He was in his late 40s. But Luca, if he looks this good at 23, give this kid 2 or 3 more years, and he's going to be phenomenal. He's already got the conditioning down. He's got the shape and the structure. He just needs to fill out a little bit more mass. And he can do that gradually. He doesn't need to try to do that all at once and pile on 20 pounds of muscle. First of all, that'd probably kick him out of the division. He'd probably be over his Classic Physique weight. But, yeah, a little bit more mass. I wonder if Michael was after him. No, he was not. They're going in alphabetical order. So I'm going to jump past this guy. Oh, Rieger. So I would have missed him already. Yeah, he would have already been gone. So Michael would have been one of the first guys to pose if they're going alphabetically. Oh, that's Eric. What's his name? Lisboa. Okay, so yeah, Daboul. Definitely. Oh, so he was the first one to pose, Michael. Oh no, I'm actually not looking at the score sheet. I'm looking at the score sheet when I should be looking at the competitor list to find out who was okay, so Daboul was in the Classic Physique. He was one of the first to pose. He's the only one, the only other guy in Classic I want to see. They couldn't have let everybody pose. There were 37 guys. Maybe they did though. Maybe they did. Hard to say. Oh, here's the bull. Okay, finally, we got him. All right, so here's your Classic Physique champion, Syrian, but I believe he lives in the United Kingdom, Michael DeBoule. I believe he's been there for a while. Beautiful front lat spread. That's my favorite shot that he does, is the front lat. He's known for his conditioning. They call him the Saharan Eagle because he's dry like the Sahara. He flies like an eagle. Yeah. See, this is a guy that there's some guys they say in Classic he should go open. Nobody says that about DeBoule. He's perfectly at home in Classic Physique. He would need substantially more muscle mass to go open. I don't even know what he would look like with another 20, 30 pounds of mass. But that's what he would need to be battling guys like Behrooz and Bonac, Antonio in the open. He'd need at least 20 more pounds of muscle, I'd say. Good job. All right, so that's DeBoule. Let's see if we can go back and find Nihat's winning routine from 212. Nihat, where are you at, Nihat? I think they did let everybody pose. Well, let's take a look at Angel. Well, we got him up there. Your runner-up, Angel Calderon Frias from Spain. Very thick, stock, densely muscled man. Way more size, far more mass than Nihat, but the waist is significantly wider. He's just got a very short, stunted sort of torso compared to Nihat. The structure, it looks, like I said, you can tell right away with nobody else on stage, you know you're looking at a shorter man up there just by the proportions. The size of the head in relation to the body, the limbs, the length of the limbs. You can tell right away this is not a guy of average or above average height. It's a shorter guy. Whereas when you look at Nihat, though I don't think Nihat's a very tall person, but structurally, Nihat does have more ideal proportions, wider in the clavicles, a little bit longer in the arms and legs, but not too long. It's a delicate balance. But Angel looked really good here, man. I mean, this guy's a warhorse. He's done a lot of shows and he's consistent. I think this is his third or fourth show of the season already. He went open at where was it? Empro? I think, yeah, he was open in the Empro because they didn't have a 212. All right, now I got to try to find Nihat. But let me look at the list. The list will help me to figure out where. So it was alphabetical. Frias. So we got to go all the way down to Kaya. Should be a few people past him. Okay. Is this him? I can't tell until he turns around. Nope, that's not Nihat. That's not Nihat. That's not Nihat. I went way too far. I went too far. I don't want to miss Nihat because he was your champ. Got him? Got him. All right, we got him. Nihat Kaya from Turkey, guys. Keep an eye on this kid. It's 212 sensation, 22 years old, coached by the great Patrick Tour. And here is his winning routine as a 212. He did the show last year at only 21 years old, and he came back bigger and better. And he beat one of the best men in the 212 division, Angel Calderon Frias, who has been as high as, I think third was the best he's done at the Olympia. I know he's been third. He might have been second. I know I should know all these places, but Nihat looks phenomenal. You know, just like Keon, he's a 212 competitor, but he's got beautiful shape and structure. Whereas someone like a Clarita and some of these other guys, structurally, they weren't gifted with that ideal structure. The proportions, the clavicle width, the limb proportions to the torso, things like that. But Nihat he was definitely gifted that way. So he's got a very bright future. He's going to keep filling out, gradually adding a little bit more size as time goes by. Look at that. Look at the definition. Look at the detail in the glutes, the lower back, Christmas tree, the hams. Very well put together, this kid. Beautiful shot there. Beautiful, most muscular shot, hands on hips. Yeah, that's hashtag bodybuilding right there, as far as I'm concerned. Fantastic. Good job, Nihat. All right, I'm gonna leave up some open footage while we're wrapping this up. Okay. All right. Oh boy. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Guys, it's not cool to make fun of Fouad, and the guy had a horrible motorcycle accident. Horrible. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Sadly, Talman German bodybuilding almost to go to classics for Mirage can just seems damage. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Classic is a very, very popular division. It's a growing division. So it's not a big deal that you don't have a lot of representation in the open class as Germans, because you're killing it in classic with guys like Urs, this new kid, Luca, got Westermeyer. I'm sure there's some more. Sommerfeld, what am I talking about? We got Mike Sommerfeld, one of the best, the absolute best. Is that it? What we're looking at there. I just want to leave up some awards. What's this open? Yeah, that was more open stuff. So Bonac just made $50,000. He's winning. Is that Craig Tice? Craig's not. What's up, Sarkis? Appreciate you watching, of course. Fair play to Bonac. McGill, Nihat, he did it. Winner, Heiss, McGill. Did he win Physique? I didn't watch Physique. I'm sorry. Behrooz winning out William. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not surprised too much. No, I mean, Behrooz is a great, great competitor. He's a great bodybuilder. Shouldn't be any surprise when he wins something like this. You know, he's top notch. I don't know how he would do at the Olympia, and we'll probably never find out, or at least, you know, it's not looking good for Behrooz Tabani. It's not even looking good for Hadi to get into the USA. You know, he's got a family. Hadi's got kids. Otherwise, Hadi could have moved somewhere like Dubai, but he's got his own gym in Iran. He's got his family there. But had he moved to somewhere like Dubai, he probably would have an easier time. Same thing with Behrooz. If he lived in another country and not Iran, but, you know, you're going to move countries just so you can get a visa to the United States. That's pretty extreme. I mean, but if that's your life dream, is to be on the Mr. Olympia stage. Again, I feel bad for athletes like Behrooz who are caught in the crossfire of international politics and wars. It's got nothing to do with him. He's a bodybuilder. He's just trying to be the best bodybuilder in the world. He's not worried about how different countries act toward each other and relate to each other. That's really not his problem. Shouldn't be his problem, I say. Does Bonac have? Bonac's already got a win. Bonac won the Detroit Pro back in March, so he was set. He had his Olympia qualification months ago. We're already at the end of June, so 3 months ago, Bonac locked up his Olympic qualification. He's all set. Tony looked great too. I think his hamstring is the only thing holding back against guys like Bonac. He could have been a little more conditioned. Maybe a little bit more size would help him. I mean, I'm just trying to think of how these guys are beating him. I could have had him ahead of Bonac. I wouldn't have had a problem with that. So I hope Urs takes it. Yeah, I'd say Sommerfeld has a better chance, obviously, because he was second place last year to Bumstead. Urs was third, right? Because of Bonac's other body parts. Why beats him? I don't know. I think it's just a size thing. I mean, Bonac beats him on mass. Structure, Tonio, I like his structure better all day. Bonac has crazy muscle maturity that Tonio doesn't really have that quite yet. Just want to say hi. Let's do a 5 come class. So I think you mean, Rusty, were you at the Ronnie Coleman workout weekend back in Texas that we all went to Ronnie's house and we went to Metroflex Gym? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Behrooz has great structure, muscle quality. Reminds me a bit of Martin Fitzwater. What do you think about the packs Nathan brought? I look great. Please soon to everybody's upload. He got robbed. Yeah, I mean, it was a very close top 5. You could have shuffled things around several different ways. I don't think it was a very clear-cut top 5. Nathan could have placed higher. Shit competition. I felt bad for Rubiel. Rubiel is huge. Absolutely, I agree with you on that. BB Fumante, but structure hurts him. His structure is odd looking, and his conditioning wasn't really there. He still wasn't as conditioned as he needs to be. Bonnat's midsection is aging. Yeah. Bonnat have tears and muscles all over. Oh, you're at the workout weekend. Yeah, that was a hell of a time. 20 years ago. Synthol shoulders. People have said that about Tonio. I don't want to say that. Good afternoon, Iron Warriors. Want to Toronto? I really screwed up the prediction of Tonio winning. I didn't know if you were joking about that anyway, Paul, because there's no tone in text, so I didn't know if you were being serious or facetious. But I mean, he didn't do that badly. He took 3rd place, and he was up there with these. Look at how hard they worked him. They moved him around over and over and over again. So he did himself proud. The middle born without calves. Wheelchair can compete in open. Who doesn't have calves? You're talking about Behrooz? I don't know. I missed it. 100% serious? Okay, well, Tonio looked really good. Could he have won? I don't know. I don't know if there would have been a major uproar had he won, and not because they're in Dubai and Behrooz is from the Middle East. I think Behrooz has just a massive, massive fan base over there. Massive. Does Rami live in Iran? Big Rami lives in Egypt. Are you talking about Hadi Chupan? I don't know who you're talking about. So it's just inject oil over calves non-existent. Who's missing calves? Who are you talking about? Bonac has some calves. Tonio does not have great calves, no. All 3 look motor. Martin is double Behrooz, not small physique at all. Martin Leg is double Behrooz. That is true. Are they marathonists? Marathon runners, you mean? How can people say Tonio with Synthol shows easy striations and poses with Synthol? Yeah, typically, unless you inject really, really deep into the muscle, I'm talking like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. It's very, very deep. That's like hitting the bone. Yeah, you're going to see a loss of definition and detail in the shoulders. How would a 23-year-old Classic Rami do in this lineup? I don't know. Even prizes for the smallest ones like Frank Zane. That much oil in his body, tone his body fat. You said that before. You still think Behrooz can beat Martin? You were pretty adamant that he can. I changed my mind. Give the old prize for anime. Yeah, now that I'm looking at this, and I changed my mind a lot, and that's fine. That's our prerogative. We can all change our opinions. The way Behrooz looked today with those legs, Martin would smoke him, unless Martin was off. I mean, if Martin came in smooth, off his best condition, and Behrooz was shredded, we see these things go different ways. Sometimes the guy who's not in the best condition still wins based on other factors. Sometimes he doesn't. But I don't think Behrooz would beat Martin now. I'm changing my mind about that. Behrooz can prove. Well, I don't think Behrooz is getting to the Olympia, to be honest with you, Kultawa. I don't think he's going to be able to get into the USA. We're basically at war with Iran. It hasn't been officially declared, but we're bombing them. So that's an act of war. We're dropping bombs on their country. That's war as far as I'm concerned. So I don't think we're going to let people from Iran into the USA. I don't know if Hadi will get an exception because he's been here several times and he does work for a U.S. company, Evogen Nutrition. I don't know if that's going to be enough to sway the visa process in his favor. Does Pittsburgh Martin beat Behrooz? Pittsburgh Martin. How did he do in Pittsburgh? Was he 3rd? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's not that important. Rubio looked like three of them. Yeah, it's not all about size though. It's not. I mean, that's just one thing. If you want to just pick the biggest guy, there have been guys in bodybuilding in the past that were bigger than everybody else, and they never won much. Marcus Rule, I think, only won one pro show. He was pretty much the biggest guy of his era. There was a guy named Greg Kovacs, the late Greg Kovacs, rest in peace. He was a monstrous guy. He had a horrible physique, super wide waist, big bubble gut, just terrible proportions. But if you're talking about raw size, he was the biggest guy. Rubio looked like three of them. Bonac, two. Yep. Outstanding job by your runners. Always thank you. Thank you, Jim. Put the bikini girls, go compete. Jeez. How you should move here as fast as you can. Well, I don't know how fast he can get here. I mean, he's still, remember, Hadi still has to go through that whole process trying to get a visa. I assume it's like a work visa, or maybe it's an athlete's competitive type of thing. I don't know. To show it seems like the judge got it correct. Maybe Nathan got a slight gift. Well, Nathan apparently posted that he was robbed, so Nathan wasn't too happy. I want to see if there's any really good high-res images on the Dubai stream. So they're on their IG page. Sometimes they have some really good images on these on the IG pages. Let's see, what do we got? Share this tab instead. No, we already saw that. That's not new. These are images of the Classic top four. This is on the Dubai Pro event Instagram page, but I already saw these. It's a good shot of your top two. Bonac and Behrooz. It's a really good shot. Yeah, like I said, the definition wasn't really evident in the stream because we're so far back from the stage, the camera work. These images give you a much better perspective. See, Behrouz's legs don't look as bad here, do they? In this still image, his legs look a lot better. But when we looked at we saw him on video, they were definitely a weak point today. There's Nihat Kaya from Turkey, 22 years old. Your 212 winner. So men's open got 140. Classic Physique got $70,000, and 212 only got $40,000. Big difference in prize money there, huh? Wouldn't you say? I'd say so. But congratulations, Nihat, men's physique winner. Who is he? I don't know. They didn't tag him. He's from Czech Republic. Okay. I'll tell you who now. It was no, I need to go to results. Try to get the name of that guy. I should have the winner's name, for God's sake. Men's physique. So that is Miroslav Jurisic from Czech Republic. And that was a big class. That was 100. No, 100. That was about 30 guys. So Miroslav Jurisic, great job winning the show. Who else I got? It's a backstage interview with Chris Cormier. Nihat must speak English, does he?
Elegant. So I feel like, this is the start of a new era in the 212 division. I saw you here last year and you placed second. You improved so much. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're feeling? I saw all the emotions coming out on the stage, and I feel like you can very well be vying for the title, if not in the top three at the latest. But how do you feel right now?
Geçen seneden bu yana gerçekten de çok sık çalıştık. Koçumla beraber. Asla her gün bir prep hazırlığında geçirdik. Şu anki yaşadığım anı anlatamam. Bunun için Allah'a binlerce kez şükürler olsun. Elhamdülillah diyorum. Yani ne olursa olsun, asla ne olursa olsun çalışmayı bırakmayın. İnancınızı sakın kaybetmeyin. Ben öyle yaptım. Dünyanın en sert ikinci Mr. Olympia'dan sonraki 212 yarışı Dubai Pro. Bu yarışmaya gelirken çok zorlu mentaller atlattım. Çok zorlu yollardan geçtim. Ama asla inancımı kaybetmedim.
Translator?
Bu anı her gün yaşadım. Her gün bu kupayı sabah evimde, hayalimde kaldırdım. Yatmadan önce kaldırdım. Her gün asla bırakmadım. Bırakmayı düşündüğüm hiçbir zaman olmadı. Asla inancınızı kaybetmeyin.
Waiting for a translator.
Çok şükür. Çok şükür. Diyecek çok şey var ama bir o kadar da yok. Mutluluğumu tarif edemiyorum. Bütün Dubai ekibine, Chris Görmeyer'e bu röportajı yaptığı için
I know Cormier
çok
doesn't
teşekkür
use
ederim.
word.
Çok mutluyum. Tüm Dubai ekibine, Dubai Pro'daki tüm Oksijen Team ekibine, tüm Jantana ekibine, herkese çok teşekkür ederim. Beni gerçekten burada çok iyi ağırladılar ve inanılmaz büyük bir ilgi vardı burada. Burada yarışmacı
I don't think we're going to get a translation out of that, guys. Dabul, some good shots of Dabul winning. Nice. Yeah, he's happy. He's very happy. Okay, there's a shot of Behrooz winning. You got a close-up at all? Ah, there's a nice shot. Look at that. See, his legs look better there, for sure. Legs look great there. We know in the video they didn't look like that, right? They did not look like that. This is God number one. Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a really good shot. Let's see. Except for maybe the travel bans for athletes competition, how do you probably make it? Yeah, it's been said that Behrooz probably will not because he did serve in Iran's military. So he's probably on some do not fly list, some do not enter list or something like that. Next show is next weekend. No, there's one next weekend in Italy, the Flex Weekend Pro in Italy. Amazing how well Bonnet continues to place. It's hard to argue he doesn't deserve the placings. She went for 5 hours. Jeez, she didn't even take a break. God bless Aretha. I'm looking at her video. I don't know how you can stand there for. She did put a screen up, so maybe she ran out of the room to go to the bathroom or something. I'm guessing, because I could never sit there for a full 5 hours without leaving the room. Yeah, Bonac is good. He's very good, and I don't always give him his proper credit. I don't know why. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. Yeah, China was just today. Did Presti win that? Huh. Let's find out. Results. China DSM Pro. No, that was last weekend. Body BM. I don't see the results up for China. There's a South Florida Pro, M Pro. Yeah, there's no results up for China show. I'm curious to see who won too. Andrea Presti was the favorite, but you never know. There's Chinese one. What's the Bonac get for second? It was $50,000. Wiseman says he paid better than 212 guys. It must be more popular. It all comes down to popularity. Chris Corn's the best guy to interview someone who doesn't speak English. I thought there was going to be a translator there. I don't know what the point of that interview was. How did Nihad even know what he was asking him? He probably just gave like a thank you speech. Flex Lewis, yeah. I could see him in the top 3 this year. Yeah, I could see that. Chris could say, I know a little bit of Turkish. Speak a little Turkey. This guy giving Chris a dissertation instead of an answer. Well, I don't know what he was saying because I don't speak. Could someone from Turkey translate? Summon up a dude from Turkey. There were a ton of Turkish people on the stream earlier when I did the judging watch party. I think Behrooz had a 0% chance. Hadi has a 1% chance as of making it today. Yeah, I know there's these exceptions being made, but we're at war now, and that's really going to complicate issues. I don't know. Their airspace is closed for the foreseeable future. No commercial flights in or out. So how do these people from Iran that competed, how are they even going to get back home? How are they going to fly in? Geez, either private planes or what the heck are they going to do? fly into the next country and try to get a bus in? Presti got second, a Chinese guy won. Wow, good for him. I wonder if it was Shumang Yan. I wonder if it was him, the shorter guy. Who won the China show? I should probably look at Milos's, because Milos was there. Milos probably has it on his Instagram. Let's look at Mishko. Behrooz has one.
It's Olympia. I hope you see me in Olympia stage this year. I promise I show my best version in Olympia stage. I have just one.
I wish him well, man. I wish him well. You're saying.
Thank you, Milos. Thank you for everything. I love you, Milos. Congratulations, thank you.
Okay. So that's his client. He's got some more footage of Behrooz. This footage actually looks a little better than what we saw earlier from the stream. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is condition looks bang on. This is just somebody's iPhone, I'm sure. Somebody sitting a couple rows behind the judges. It's his official RX muscle. Maybe Sid shot this. I'm sure Sid was a guest of honor up front. He should be. He's always emceeing and doing all kinds of things at these shows. So there's Behrooz' winning routine with some better. Well, it's closer up anyway. I wouldn't say it's better quality than the stream, but it's closer up. It's zoomed in more. Yeah, he brought it. He brought the conditioning like he always does. Best look, just keeps getting better and better. Hope he can get his visa. Well, we saw that was his one wish. His one wish. He wants to get to Olympia. Will it happen? I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough with what's going on right now. I mean, it's unfortunate that this all happened because we haven't had major problems with Iran in a very long time. We're not on good terms with Iran. I'm talking about the USA, but it was never like a war situation or not, This is clearly taking it to another level, what's going on right now. I'm not that well versed in politics and world events. I just know we dropped a bunch of bombs on them. So, okay. This was the top two at the China Pro. Who's the guy on the right? He's just your local gym rat. That's the white guy. Oh man, I lost it. And then this is Body Edge Sai. What's his real name? Body Edge SCL. He won the show. Doesn't have his real name there. I'll follow him. Heck. But so I guess this guy won. Let's put that back up. Oh, so that's Presti. So that's Presti next to him. I'm sorry. I know Presti. So it came down to Andrew Presti and this guy. And this guy beat him. Looks really good. Obviously, it was not as strong a lineup. That's why, and I didn't see a stream anywhere for it. But I knew I could probably find a stream, somebody covering Dubai Pro and Aretha Lab. She did it. I was able to get that footage. But this was your top two at the China Pro today. Andrea Presti and who won this, man? Who won this? I don't know. Results. Yeah, I don't see the results up on the IFBB Pro page for the China show yet. IB1 Classic Pro. That was in Alabama. No, there's no results up. So there we go. Interesting. All right. Let's go back to Dubai Pro. I'll wrap it up soon, guys. I'll wrap it up soon. We spent a lot of time watching the judging earlier today. A lot of time. I'll just leave it with confirmation round 4. Confirmation round 4 open. Is this open? Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place here, guys. No, that wasn't your top guys. That was classic. Oh, those are just awards. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up soon, guys. Just want to get some more of your comments. Let's see. Behrooz is stuck in Dubai. All right, so that guy's name is Shen Chen Long. Cheng Leng, and then this guy calls him Cheng Long Shen, won China's first Chinese pro winner. Good for him. Behrooz is stuck in Dubai. Yeah, I mean, he can't fly back. What's he going to do, take a bus? Proud press competing against Asian bridles shines a light on his leg problem. Yeah, he doesn't have the best legs. Finally, someone thanks me. Behrooz is just incredible. Some structure like Rafael Brandel. Behrooz looking so good. Come on, Percy got ripped off from that quick glimpse. Dude, we've had major problems with them since 1953. You're talking about Iran? It's been embargo on their economy for years. GDP Iran is listed in Walmart. I think we actually got along pretty well with them back in the days of like the Shah of Iran. You know, we're talking about the 70s. I think the real trouble started when they had their civil war. They had their government overthrown, and you know the religious faction or whatever that group took over. Ayatollah Khomeini was their leader at that point. They took 52 of our U.S. citizens over there hostage. Yeah, I think that was the turning point, was the Iran hostage crisis that we had. So we should move to Dubai. I don't think it's going to happen, Preston. I think people are so... The Olympia is so entrenched in Las Vegas at this point, I don't see that happening. See, leg problem, no, he should not compete against Asians. Presty's legs don't match up. Chinese guy looks soft, super soft. Olympia should move to Dubai or somewhere in Europe to afford all athletes opportunity. The only people, you know, I don't want to downplay it, but we're only having trouble with a couple countries that can't get here. Everyone else gets here, no problem. They won't let women on stage. Yeah, that's a good point, Dane. You notice there were no women's divisions, so it is a Muslim country. As westernized as Dubai City is with the you know the huge skyscrapers, the Bugattis and all that stuff. It's a very wealthy city, but it's still a Muslim nation, and they can't have women up there on stage in little bikinis. Good coverage, Ron. Thanks. So go take a shower, eat something, bro. Probably could use a shower. All right, so I think I'm going to go back to Instagram. Milos. Behrooz. Yep. All right, so Behrooz Tabani, congratulations. $140,000 richer. Share this tab. He is your winner, the Dubai Pro. I guess the question now is, will he be able to get to the U.S.? And we do not know. We don't have an answer for that. It's not looking great, but fingers crossed. It could happen. We'll see. All right, guys. So that has been, still does the incredibly gay thing, reflects his glutes over and over. Oh, you do not like it. It went super beautiful. Yeah, sure it was. So was Cuba back in the old days. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much. Appreciate all you guys who watched today. It was a long judging we sat through, but it was only men's divisions. We only had to sit through 4 men's divisions and not a total of 10 or 11 divisions, which we would have if there were, all the divisions with the women's bikini and fitness and figure and all that stuff. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you all watching. Congratulations to Behrooz, to Nihat Kaya, the 212 winner, to Michael Daboul, the Classic Physique winner, and to Miroslav, can't remember his last name. Do I have it up there? Miroslav, men's physique winner from Czech Republic. His name was Miroslav Jurisic, something like that. So that's it, guys. Peace. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.